What is up? My name is Dominic. I help coaches scale with paid ads and chat. And in this video, I'm going to show you a live review of a chat from one of my clients. And I'm going to show you how to improve your chat, how to get to a sale or a phone call faster, how to make the conversation progress, what to say, what to respond. So it's live. I didn't edit the video, so I hope this will be helpful for you. And you'll see every of my comments that I give to this client. So usually it's supposed to be applicable for you too if you're also a coach and you're also doing appointment setting or you're doing some chat in your DMs. This would be very helpful. So enjoy. I would have tried to say, well, what do you think went wrong? I think that's good. But for me, like, because you're an expert in kind of this strategy, I would say, what do you mean by recomposition? See, I would just try to like make him explain what he meant by recomposition, and if he says something that sounds kind of off or just not correct, then it's kind of an opportunity for you to correct him on that because that's what you do. And then you can say, yeah, that's usually not what's supposed to work, and usually I don't see good result with that. And then you can jump to the next question, like where would you want to be in 12 months or something like that. I think that's your next question also. So I would just try to use what he said, because what do you think went wrong? It's a great question, don't get me wrong. It's just I always try to use the info that they give me so that it sounds a little bit more that you're present with them. And it's not that this question is not showing that at all. It's also good. It's just my first kind of reaction, because he said I tried to do recomposition, and that's exactly what you do. So it's kind of an open door to dig into what he did. But I think what you did is also good. Like, it's just what goes through my mind. Okay, lack of motivation and lack of knowledge. I think that's what he said. Lack of knowledge and motivation. Got it. Where are you now, and where would you want to be in 12 months? Yeah, instead of it's a great question, but I would be more precise. Maybe like where, how much do you weigh now, and what's your ideal body you would like to get? Because we're talking about fitness, I would just be more precise. So in that way, it would respond with more information for you. Like, okay, I weigh this, and I want to get to that point. Okay, so right now, I'm not far in fitness. In 12 months, I want to be proud of my body. Okay. So yeah, so now you kind of mirror again what he said. Since you already did that here, I will kind of not do it again. I would just say that, got it. What is your current age, height, and weight? See that you could have saved one question here if you would have be more precise with your previous question. Um, yeah, and you don't have to mirror all the time. Once or twice, good, and then you can just say, got it. So he gave it, okay, so he, yeah, again, so now he answering his height and weight. So if you would have asked this here, you could, and at the same time as saying like where you want to be, you would have answered his height, his weight, and like exactly, you would have responded all the things that you need to know already. So you have saved a couple of interaction, which is kind of key, because we want to progress as fast as possible. We don't want to waste their time. Okay, now that we know that, how much muscle are you looking to gain, and how much weight are you looking to lose? So again, yeah. So it's kind of where you want to be in 12 months. So what's the next question? Trying to get 10 to 15 pounds of muscle and drop my weight to 175. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like I'm just seeing that we could have been more precise with the first question so that he answer all of this in just one go. So I'm just trying to save some time here. I'm trying to get 10 to 15 pounds of muscle and drop my weight to 175. So, okay, so here you mirror again. Um, like it's not bad, it's just because you do it all the time, it sounds very repetitive. So I would maybe just say perfect. And then you say, you said earlier you want to be proud of your body. Is this the main reason you want to hit this goal, or is there something else driving you to do this? Okay. Also a breakup. Interesting. That's pretty good. So when I read that question, I mean, I see where you're going, and it's pretty good because you answered exactly what you want, a breakup. That's cool. Um, Maybe this question, like when you said, I want to be proud of my body, I would have said, like, what do you mean by being proud of your body? Is this like a specific way, or like I would ask him to define that and be precise with that. So you could have again, you could have got this response maybe a little bit earlier. Um, this is the main reason. But again, like you're doing what you're supposed to do. Like it's moving forward, so it's good. I'm just like being critical here and saying to you that the more specific your question are, the better answer you'll receive. And also, if you take less time to arrive to your destination, you look like more like a professional, and for you, you save time, and also for him. So, okay. And then it's also a breakup. Okay, I see. My last question. Oh no. So, do you need my help hitting those goals? Yeah. So he just said that he had a breakup, and that's gonna the deep down reason why he wants to lose weight. So, because if we put one and two together, we understand that he wants to lose weight because he thinks, and you know what, maybe that's the truth. He thinks that he had a breakup and it didn't work with his girlfriend, maybe because of the way he looks. And for sure, his confidence might be definitely in the mix here. Like whether or not she left because he was not in perfect shape, I don't think that's the truth. But I think definitely his confidence might have been like playing a role. So he kind of give you like a very deep down reason here why he wants to lose weight, which is crucial. And then I would have like dig on that. I said like yeah, breakup sucks. Um, would you say that your confidence like is affected by that, like because now you're deep in the weed, like now it's he's giving you the real reason behind all this, all of what why he's motivated to work with maybe you or in fitness. So I would just kind of like my perfect question is, what do you mean by that? Like you can always say that to every response that he can give you, so that just prompt him to explain better what he means by breakup. Or you can give him some ropes. You can say like, oh, breakup, yeah, that sucks. Like, is this because your confidence was affected, you think? And you give him maybe some example so that he can open up. And then once he opens up, he says, yeah, my confidence is really and then you can say yes. Well, then you can confirm what he thinks. You say, yeah, for sure, that when you're confident in yourself, with your own body, that definitely helps for sure. And then you can ask him, like, what if he wants if he wants your help, basically, because that's the thing. You need to dig deep and have him admit that he is having a big problem before you can do that. And now, so see, I can do it myself, but help would be useful. Okay, so because you went a little bit fast on that, because you just started to uncover the real reason behind he wants to lose weight, like because his real motivation is probably the breakup. Like he wants to feel confident in himself, and for you, you have to say, yeah, when you're confident in yourself, in your own body, that helps with relationship. It definitely helps with relationship. It helps with how you perceive yourself, how you walk in the street. So you're definitely like in the right thinking here. Like you kind of want to tell him that yes, usually people that works with me, you're not alone. They have breakups before and they don't feel confident. And to solve that, if you solve that, you will solve that problem, that deep problem, which is like love and relationships. So it's kind of the like I'm not a fitness coach, but I it's the same for every industry. Like you have to tie the knot with this deep limiting belief or is deep like confidence issue with what he needs to do with the solution, which is what you provide. So you will have to frame it with words, of course, and maybe I just give you some example, but that's the idea here. So because he like you just started going the real reason, like you went straight for the throat, you went straight for the sale. Like okay, do you need my help hitting those goals, or can you do it yourself? Oh, I would not say that. Never say, can you do it yourself? Never, sorry, never propose him like these options. It would be more like, do you need my help or you want to stay at the same place? That would be the only choice I would give him. But I would not say like, do you need my help or you want to do it yourself? Like you're giving him an out, and he's going to take it if you give him. So never say that. Never propose that. And then you say, I can do it myself, but help would be useful. Yeah, of course. Like this guy's been in this trouble for years, so you want some help. Well, we could either set up a quick call sometime soon and get you to your goal in 6 months, or you could attempt it on your own and part as friends. Yeah, again, you giving him an out, so I would never say that. Since he said help would be useful, now it's kind of the time to sell the phone call. So you can say, well, I don't have too much info about you right now. So how about we jump on a call and I give you a few tips on how to solve that solution. Or you can be like straight up also. That I know some people that they say, look, I'm gonna give you a few tips and I'm gonna propose also how I can help you with my program if it's interesting for you. Like some people are just go straight to the point. And you can also just say like sell the phone call. On the phone call, I'll help you a little bit, like figure out what's the main issue. If you will have dig a little bit more on the point where you talk about recomposition, you could have said, I'm going to show you what real recomposition is. I'm going to show you like what you did wrong before. Like I'll talk about like specifically for your body and your situation, like how you could have made it work in the past. Like I would again tie it to what he said in the past. So every question you ask him is a setup. It's a setup for you to sell the phone call and to tie your offer to the solution to his situation. So I like what you did. Is it over? Or that's another one? That's another one. Okay. So yeah, that's my suggestion here. So again, be more specific in the question so you save yourself some time, and always use what it gives you. In this case, I think because he talked about recomposition, it's kind of a good door, an open door for you to ask him what he did. Like, what do you mean by recomposition? Like, and tell him that he fuck up, basically. Because if he would have done like recomposition, it would have worked. And he said like there was a lack of motivation and knowledge. So obviously, he didn't do something right. And then you can say, yeah, lack of motivation when you're doing it alone. And recomposition could be kind of tricky sometimes, like depending on your body type. So how about like we jump on a call and I explain to you like what you should have done. And by the way, it's much easier than you think. You don't have to, like, it doesn't demand crazy motivation if you do it right. So using his word is limiting belief because we can sense it. To sell the phone call, and on the phone call you do the same thing. Okay, so cool. So you told me that you want to get to that point. You've done recomposition and it didn't work. So here's my feedback for you. It didn't work because of da 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 da. But by the way, like there's a way to do it correctly and to get the motivation and also like getting accountable with someone, and I can help you do just that. And if I help you do that, I can guarantee you'll lose weight, you regain your confidence, and what happened with your ex, because now you can have confidence, it won't happen again. And if you, of course, if you delay that, like it might happen again. Like you need to solve that confidence issue. So you're trying to use all of what he said as a setup to build your argument, right? And then that's how you sell your program. And of course, you're gonna refine that with time. It's gonna be like so perfect because it's always the same problem. You're gonna see some kind of people, and you'll see what kind of sentence work well versus others. But that'll be my feedback on this one. I think you. So I don't know. So now you said I can do it myself, but help would be useful. And then you propose the phone call, and he haven't responded, I assume. But this was today, so maybe he will. Okay, maybe he will. If he doesn't, I think that would be a good time to jump on a voice message and try to use like again what he told you in the voice message, and yeah, just tell him like if a phone call would be useful for him and what you're going to talk about in the phone call. Maybe just like explain more what you could talk about in the phone call. So that's what I would say, and try for this one. But I think it's good. I think this is definitely qualified, like absolutely qualified person, and you could definitely help him. And one thing also is like all these things that we're talking about right now could be ideas for you in videos. Like when you do your Instagram videos or maybe YouTube, all of what we're just talking about, like this guy, for example, make it as an archetype, and this archetype would be most definitely like someone who tried recomposition in the past, or someone who wants to lose weight because he had a breakup with his ex. So those are two main points that you're gonna see like often, like for sure. And I would do some video about that, like if you lost confidence about going with your ex, and you make a video tying the problem with like how losing weight will help you. And I'm sure like if you go online, there's probably a millions of fitness coach that they talk about all the time, so you can get some inspiration from all the people that tap into that problem. And if it's useful, you could send that video to this guy, like if he stopped responding at some point, like I don't know, maybe he's gonna respond today and everything's gonna go well. But I'm just giving you example that you have to make videos about the limiting belief of these typical situation. And then when they stop responding, you send them that, because it's very like targeted to him. Like it's gonna be so relevant for him. So that's kind of a way you can follow up with these people with voice messages. And also, hey, I just thought about you. This video helped another of my clients before. Same scenario as you. And then you kind of bring back the conversation, and you make it alive once again. So that would be my feedback with this one. But I like what you did, and I'm kind of want to see what's going to happen next. Okay, the next one. I'm interested. Can you tell me more? Okay, I don't know what. If maybe it's okay. So that's after you add. I'm interested. Can you tell me more? Cool. Yes. What exactly would you like to know? Did you respond? He did. Okay. And he stopped responding. Alan. Yes, I'm here. Hey, you said you wanted to know a bit more about losing weight, losing muscle. What would you like to know now? How to do that? Yeah. Okay. How to do that? Sure. Got it. There's multiple things that needs to be dialed in: eating, training, sleeping, protein, in order to see if you are in a position where body recomposition will work for you. I gotta know. Have you tried? Yes. Okay. So instead of saying what exactly you want to know, I would say like, totally. Is that okay if I ask you a few questions to know where you are so I can like give you more tips? Like I would ask him right away if it's okay to like ask him a few questions so you can answer better to his question because he wants to know more. Cool. Is that okay if I ask you a few questions to explain how it works for you, for your specific situation? And most probably you would say, yes, go ahead. And then you jump right into it. So you don't have to ask him what exactly you want to know. Of course, what he wants to know is more about your ad, right? So I would just jump, cool, no problem. Is that okay if I ask you a few questions? So I would just tweak that, and I think you'll go directly in the conversation. Yes, I'm here, because now you kind of have to reactivate him. So now it's losing the momentum a little bit. What would you like to know? So again, the same comments here. How to do that? Yeah, of course. And then, so that's the thing. I will never like, I will avoid to give him an answer to that question unless he gives you the information you need. It's like when you do those survey online about getting a quote for something, you say, yeah, click a quote, and then they ask you, okay, what's your name? What's your age? And then they ask you all the questions before you get to the quote at the end. It's the same principle. Don't give him the meat before you get your question in, because it's the same thing as don't send him the ebook until you ask him a few questions, because you have the leverage now. So he wants the info, and it's only fair that before you give him exactly what to do, you ask him a few questions, because everybody's different. Because you cannot give him a blanket answer. And even if you do, it won't help him. Like, yeah, okay, I knew that. Calorie, diet, exercise, oh, tell me more. Like, we all know that, but what is really recomposition, like, to your situation? So just use that to your advantage. And that's what you do here, like, in order to see if you are in a position where, so that's the correct mindset. That's what that message is exactly that. But I would have say that right here at the beginning to save some time, to get more momentum, you look more professional, and so on. Because what I'm looking now is the number of messages that you send versus him. Like, there's a big difference, and what we want is the reverse. You want him to commit way more than you are. So that's kind of the idea. Okay, have you tried to lose weight and lose muscle before? Yes. Okay, what did you do? Diet and exercise, of course. Tell me a bit more about that. What kind of diet? What kind of exercise? Okay. There's a lot of cardio, and the diet was a no-carb diet. I've only lost about 30 pounds and gained it all back. Okay, so now when you respond that, it's the time to push on the pain. Lots of cardio, no carb diet, lost some weight, but gained it all. Understood. What losing weight? Okay, so now you have to make it feel the pain. Like something in those lines as you did a lot of cardio and you tried a no carb diet, which sucks, and then you gain it all back. Oh my God! Like it's like you wasted all that time and it didn't work. Like, okay, there's something wrong, and then you want him to feel like, yeah, I know I did something wrong for sure, or it didn't work for me. You want him to feel the pain and like frustrated. And you do that because we're creating the gap here. We want to make sure that he feels the pain. He's like, shit, I fucked up, or like, why is it not working with me, this losing weight thing and all. You want him to be in the mindset that he wants to solve it. Like, he has enough. Like, yes, let's solve it. This guy seems to know something that I don't know. Okay, give it to me. Like, What did I didn't do? And now you have him on the hook, and now you set him the phone call, and now you're gonna get him on the program to solve his situation. So that's kind of the mindset. But now you didn't. You said you just mirror what he said. Like mirroring is good, but in this case, I would just like push the pain, push on the wound. Like it hurt, it has to hurt. Like, oh, you did a no carb and you gain it all back. Yep, that happens all the time when you do something wrong. And maybe I would not use these words because you don't want to be impolite, but you do want to make him realize that that's not normal. He fucked up somewhere, or he didn't know something that he should have known, which is fine too. And then once you do that, once you push on the pain, wait, is there something else? Okay, no, we are here. Yeah, once you push on the pain, you could say, depending if it's going well. So in this case here, we don't have a lot of information. So we kind of want to know where he wants to go, like in terms of weight or losing pounds. We already know that he lost 30 pounds, so that's a lot. Yeah. Usually when I push on the pain, what I say after is I said like, well, it sucks. And I either ask him if he wants some help, or I ask him what I need to know right away, like in terms of the question that he hasn't answered me. So the point A to point B, where he wants to be, like, and if he's motivated, like, okay, so you want to do that, like, clearly you did something wrong. Are you interested in solving that situation right now? Are you motivated to solving that situation right now? Or because he asked you more about the recomposition, like, are you interested in solving it and doing it the right way, the proper way with recomposition? Are you interested in me telling you how to do it the right way? Are you interested with me to show you what you did wrong and how you could have solved it? And of course, it's going to say, yes, that's what I want to know. Yes, tell me. Cool. And then it would be better to tell you on the phone. So you want to schedule a quick call with me. So, and then you have to explain why we're switching to the phone. So because it has to be tailored to your solution. I don't know exactly everything about your situation, so it would be like improper for me to give you a blanket answer right away. But I have time like coming up soon, tomorrow or tonight. So do you have like a 15 minutes to sort of we discuss on the phone? I'll tell you what you missed and how to do it properly. And then he's gonna probably like say yes. So it's always about like pushing on the pain and making him realize that he has a problem, and he cannot, like, he doesn't know why it didn't work, but he has to solve it, and he needs you to solve it. And then you explain to him, you ask him if he wants some help, and you pitch the sale call. So, okay, so that's what you got. So those are good. So I think the pattern here is to be more specific with your question, and to really use what they say, to save yourself some question and make it, because the more the conversation drags along, the more you have to kind of reactivate him the day after. And you feel it's difficult every time. So, I need to follow up. It's difficult. You lose momentum. So don't lose momentum by saving yourself some question. Go deep in it, and use the info that he gave to you, and push the pain. When he tells you the real reason, the previous one, it was about breakup. Yeah. So confidence issue, most probably. And in this case here, we still don't know exactly what he did wrong, but like, let's just pretend that he did a low carb and this was whack, and he didn't do properly, something in those lines. So what we need to know a little bit more. So perhaps if you have saved a little bit of time at the beginning, you would have gone straight to the point with him. So it's about sequencing, it's about being more precise with your question, using the momentum of the conversation. And yeah, but I like your question. I think that's the principle. You got it. But it would be better if it progressed faster in this case. But yeah, I hope this helps. And yeah, if you continue like that, like no doubt it's gonna work. Like you're getting people that really want your thing, that needs your thing. So we're there. We're in the right direction, and it's gonna work. So just work at it. Send me more of these conversations as they evolve, and I'll continue to give my feedback. All right, peace.